All right, hey, and welcome to another rousing rendition of Tough Love Tuesday. My dog he's tap dancing. All right. So as always with Tough Love Tuesdays, I just need to give a small disclaimer that if you're feeling a little sensitive, especially today, because I promise today is gonna rip some new ones that need to be ripped. It's kind of like when you've got air in a bag and you need to let it open, okay? Or a wound that needs to be debrided, maybe. It can be rough for some, but here's the deal. If you're feeling a little sensitive today, please go watch another video and come back when you don't maybe feel so emotionally vulnerable. Because my intention with these is never to hurt feelings. My entire intention behind Tough Love Tuesdays is because throughout my entire journey, I wish someone had given it to me very, very real, so that I didn't put hopes and belief in something that wasn't really true. And so that's what I try to do with Tough Love Tuesday, and that's going to be the one for today. And today is going to be specific pretty much to weight loss, but I'll be honest, it has to do a lot with just the way we live life in general. And what I'm going to talk to you about today is, as a culture and as a world, actually, we have gotten to where we want everything right now, no exceptions. And that can mean anything. You know, it can mean that even financially, we want a specific title at work, or we want to make a certain amount of money, or we want to live a certain lifestyle. And a lot of times that means that we will go ahead and start living that lifestyle even when we don't have the finances to back it up. And then that causes debt and a whole lot of problems that you should not be dealing with. Another thing is, just recently I have my son in Africa wrote me and wanted to, he doesn't like the job that he's working, and he wants to start his own business, and the kid is not quite 19. So we don't want to pay the penance. We don't want to have to lay any kind of foundation for anything. We just want it, and we want it now. It's kind of like, if I can get a full meal in less than 3 minutes, then I don't understand why I can't get everything I want right now. So for today's purposes, I am going to talk to you about weight loss, because that is where I get the majority of pushback, not just from clients, but also from people who find me on the internet and just send messages. They send emails. Also, I read what people write on others' blogs. I read others, what people write like on Facebook and what they air out about their own journeys. And I also talk to other trainers, because I'll be honest, trainers, really good trainers, we have to support each other. Because it's a tough job. It is a tough job. So let me try to get this drilled in so tight that you're not going to move it from this point on. It takes time. And I know a lot of people go, yeah, but I've been at this for like a whole month. Go you, that's awesome. And I want you to keep moving forward. But I'll be totally honest, the next time that somebody calls me or messages me or emails me or whatever and says, I've been trying to lose weight for the last 6 weeks and nothing's changed, I'm just going to say, cool, stay consistent with me and call me in 5 years. And if nothing has still changed, then we will call you a medical anomaly. We'll call the Guinness Book of World Records, and at least you'll have something to show for it, right? Because it takes consistency. It takes consistency, and it takes time. There is nobody who has lost the kind of weight that people want to lose in a short period of time and kept it off. See, we want to skip the foundation point, so we want to keep building our house in sand. So we just keep going back and relaying the same floor, because we never lay a foundation. So we just keep doing the same thing over and over again, because we don't want to take the time to lay a foundation. It happens in muscle building too. People go, well, I've been at this for 6 months and I'm not ripped like I want to be. Well, duh, because it can take 2 to 3 years to build a very solid amount of muscle so that you can then build muscle faster and lose fat faster. The more muscle you have, the more fat you lose. And I did keep a blog on my body space that detailed what I was doing for my competition to strip the fat off. And so let me be really clear, because a lot of people too, women in particular, want that. They're like, well, you lost that weight for competition. Okay, so we're taking a body that had some muscle on it to begin with. Now, my goal now is to put more muscle on, because that will make the next competition way easier. It took me, we started stripping fat off 14 weeks before the actual competition date, and it was coming off very slowly. I'm trying to get my weeks straight. I believe 9 weeks before comp, I started 2-a-days on cardio. All right, so I was still doing weight training, but I was doing 2-a-day on cardio. So I was spending an hour and a half on cardio. HIIT training, steady state, all of it together. All right, so that's a lot of time and it's a lot of effort. And as soon as I stepped off that stage, that's what went. I did a minimal amount of cardio after that, because was I lean? Absolutely, I was super lean, but I'm not going to stay that way. So the deal is, okay, and I want you to get this. Maybe you've been working out for 6 weeks. Maybe you have been working out for 6 years, or not 6 years. If you're working out for 6 years, congratulations, join the club. 6 months, okay, but you still are like, oh, the weight's not coming off like I want it to. It takes more time than you're willing to give it in one way or another. So either you're working out less and not eating up all of your time. I don't recommend an hour and a half of cardio to anybody for anything, but unless you're planning on getting on stage in a spangly suit. What I would recommend is building it up slowly. I say get your food under control first, add weight second, and then add cardio last. That would be my recommendation if you're looking to lose weight, lose body fat, let's put it that way, because weight can come in the loss of a limb or an organ or something like that. You want to lose body fat. So it has to have a foundation under it, and that takes time. It takes so much more time than anybody nowadays is ready to give it. So you've got to be able to take a deep breath, to do what I love telling people to do, which is suck it up. Okay? Other people have done this, which means you can do it too. And for goodness sake, ladies, get off the scale. If you're weighing yourself every day, find a counselor that can help you with that. Well, let me put it this way, because I do know people that weigh themselves every day, but they're okay, like their whole self-worth is not in that number. If they get on the scale and they've gained half a pound in a day, they don't automatically think they're a loser. They know there's no physical way that can be fat. So what did I eat yesterday that's making me retain water? You get where I'm going with that? Okay, cool. But if the scale tells you who you are, get off of it, get rid of it. Personally, I do keep a scale, but I don't get on it very often. I usually get on the scale when I'm not preparing for a competition. The only scale that I get on is the one at my doctor's office. And when they put it on a number, I'm like, interesting. I don't go, oh my gosh, pull up my record. What did I weigh last time? How did I gain so much weight? Okay, the only time that I've really kept track of my weight is if I'm not feeling well, so that I know what's happening with my body, like if I'm gaining too much fluid, because that's not good. Anyways, I digress. Have we gotten the point across? Have we gotten it there? I've been at this workout game for almost a decade. It took me 6 years to lose over 100 pounds. 6 years. Not weeks, not months, and certainly not days. It took me 6 years, okay? It took a long time. And then to be able to keep it off, I've kept it off now. Let's see, so I have kept that off for, that is the world's most annoying dog. If anybody wants him, let me know. I've kept it off now for My daughter's 13. Kept it off now for 7 years. So, and then added muscle to the mix and shifted everything around. So I went from being very large to being very little to gaining muscle and getting stronger and stronger every day. That took time as well. So please understand what I'm telling you. Suck it up. It's going to take time. You're not really any more special than anybody else. I know your mom probably told you you were, and that's okay. You're also not at a deficit that somebody else is not at, meaning that you can't use anything for an excuse. All right, you don't get to go, well, but it's just not working for me. Like, I'm a medical anomaly and it's just not going to work for me because it didn't work for me in 4 weeks, so I don't know what's going to work. All right? Seriously, the weight loss game, so over it because of that. It takes time. So buckle down. You can do anything anybody else can do. It's all up here. Suck it up, buckle down, do the work, stay committed, stay consistent. All right? That's it for your Tough Love Tuesday, and you don't have to hear my dog tap tap anymore, and I will see you later.